Hey everyone, I'm making some angel number candles. I'm making apple and maple. This is actually my heavenly apple um, fragrance, the one that I do for the melts. That's called heavenly apple. And I've already brought this down, melt down the wax. The wax I'm using is Joy Wax from Nature's Garden, which I freaking love. And they want you to bring it up to 200 before you go adding anything, which is the color. So I'm trying to make this at it's not high enough. I'm trying to make this as a red color, but it's hard for you to get red. So I'm going to be using two different colors. I noticed that when I use the mica powder with liquid powder, with liquid dye, it works better and it makes it a little bit darker. If you use any type of red, this was the darkest red I had, was rose red, it's not going to come out red. It's going to come out like a pinkish color. So that's why it's good to use an extra color, or you're going to have to use extra. And even, I mean, I put like 5 little things of these with the little spoon that it comes with. It comes with the spoon, and it still does not take the red. So it still comes out pink. The only time I noticed that it didn't come out pink was when I did that, when I mixed it with liquid dye. So this is what I'm doing tonight. And I'm not going to put it in here. I wait till it gets to a certain temperature, and then I pour it in here. As you can see, I have this one that you just turn it and you pour it out, and then I mix it up in here. I have done it in here, but I don't like to, because I'm always afraid, because it's dye, that I'm not going to get it all out for the next one that I do. Like if I do melts and stuff like that, I don't want that color to maybe mix in it. So to be careful, that's what I do. I just pour it in here, and then I pour it in when it says you're able to add the dye. And for this wax, they say you're able to do it at 200 degrees. So here's my scale. This is like, you have to tar it, and then you'll go to different units. You go to the fluid one to see how many fluids it is. They say you should use 1 ounce per pound of wax. I don't do that. And then people usually do 10%. I don't do that. I do about 2 ounces per pound, so it can smell strong. I'm not good with percentage. I don't go through all that math. I mean, you should, if you want to be, do it precise, but the way candle makers say to do it. But you'll find your way of doing it, and this is my way of doing it. If it's a strong fragrance, sometimes I will put 1 ounce per pound. This is 2 ounces that's in here. So I had already weighed it before doing this, doing the video. There we go. It's at 200. Did I show? It's a little bit higher than it should be. So I will turn it off. I will put more of this in here. And then I'm just going to show you, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I know this is less than what it should be. I usually know that when I go this high. See, this is about 1. Usually these little cups, and I buy these cups in Amazon. I buy like a big thing of them. Usually all the way to the top is a little bit like 1.25 ounces. Let me see. And I'm going to tear it again, which clears it up. And then I'm going to put it back again. Yeah, because I knew it had to be more. So this is 2.5. So that should be enough for what I'm doing. I'm going to put a little bit back, which I probably shouldn't, but I am. Okay, or maybe I should just leave it to the top, because it's 10 ounce vials. That's another thing. You also have to think about the vials. So pay no mind to what you just saw. These are the the vials that I will be putting it in, tumble. And I got these from Nature's Garden. I'll be making a lot of other videos on me preparing stuff, but I just wanted to do a short one on this so you can just get an idea, because I did do other videos on how I'm making this. So I'm going to start with this one first, and then I'll just keep showing the other ones, because you know I'm not that sassy that sassy with computers and editing things, you know, and doing a whole long video. Plus this takes time, so you don't have time to do, let's say, this now and then cut it and then do the it's gonna take a minute. It's not something that's done very quickly. Plus you have to do this all at temperature. So these are the vials that I'll be using. They're 10 ounce, got them from Nature's Garden, and these are for my angel number horoscopes for the fall. And you'll see with my other videos, I'll name them part 1, part 2, part 3, so you can see. These are my tea lights that I'll be working on this week when I get the other fragrance for it, which is the pumpkin pie. Not the pumpkin pie, it's the pumpkin spice latte. That's what these are going to be. And I'm also going to make them in melts. This is also going to be in melts. So let's go back here again. Let's see. Okay, so it's gone down a little bit, and I'm going to start to, if you could see, I have something even on the floor just to make sure I don't get shit on the floor. Okay. So I'm going to let it out. I turned it off. And I'm going to let this out, and I'm going to try to make this less than 10 minutes just to give you an idea, and you can get an idea of how it looks. I tend to tip this, you're not supposed to, but because I don't fill it to the top, I don't make a lot. I make smaller batches because it's easier for me to calculate. So it says to add at 200 the dye. So we're just gonna do little by little, okay? Just to give you an idea. So that's 1, 2, and you're gonna see how pretty this is. 3, 4, and like I said, I do a lot. 5, and you can see it's pink. It's not even red. It does look like rose, but we'll see. And then this is the red. This is from Candle Science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what 5 makes it look like. So you see how it completely changed it. Mecca is very nice for the way it makes it look, the shimmering. And hopefully the camera does it justice. You see all the shimmer? So that's why I don't like to put too much of the liquid dye, because it'll take away from it, all of that. So, and I'm going to put more of it. But as you can see, you see the beautiful color, how all of a sudden it started to get a little bit darker. So that's what we're looking for. We want it to get just a little bit darker, because once you pour it and once it starts to get hard, it's going to start to look a little bit lighter. So, and there's still some in here for me to pour. So let me pour a little bit more, and then we'll see if we need more. There we go. You can see, very pretty. Very pretty. So I'm going to do this part, and then I'm going to do a part 2, okay, when I get to the other, because I want to put this on my TikTok, and I can't go over 10 minutes. I know, but stay tuned. Can't take off my gloves. Stay tuned.